Hey there, Yogi, how are ya? In today's video, I'll be guiding you through an amazing flow that will make you feel grounded and protected. This flow will really benefit you if you just feel ungrounded, or if you're an empath and you feel like you're taking on other people's energy. It'd be really good to do after you feel like you've kind of taken on other people's stuff, or before you have to go out into a situation that might make you feel a little bit ungrounded, antsy, and anxious. So what is an empath? An empath is someone who just feels like they're taking on other people's stuff, like their emotions really affect you. And sometimes you're having these emotions and you're like, where did they come from? And they're not even yours. This can be really hard to deal with, and I know from experience I've dealt with it for a long time, and that's why I love using yoga as well as other forms of spiritual practices to really help myself to feel grounded and protected. Make sure that you check out my other video. I'll put the link in the description where I go into different crystals, essential oils, and other practices you can use if you're an empath. Make sure that you stay and do this whole flow with me, because at the end of this flow, we'll be doing one of my favorite mantras that I love to use for this specifically. And also we'll end with a very lovely meditation, and we'll use a mudra, something that you use usually with your hands to create a certain energetic effect in the body, and it's really good for grounding. Don't forget to subscribe and push the little bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. I post a new video each week and you don't want to miss it. All right, Yogi, have a great day and meet me at your mat. Forget that you want a yoga strap or something like it to use for today's practice. Set that off to the side for now and come onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees as wide as your mat and your big toes together to touch. Slowly bring your hips back towards your heels. Bring your forehead down to the mat as you extend your arms out. If your forehead doesn't touch the mat, feel free to stack the fists and place your forehead on the top fist. Breathe here. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Close your eyes. And start to feel your lungs and ribs expand on the inhale. And let your outer body soften on your exhale. For now, feel free to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Letting go of anyone else's energy that you've picked up on today, just letting that go. Letting it go so you can connect into you, to your emotions, to how you're really feeling. It's a lot of weight to carry when we're carrying other people's emotions as well as our own. So just setting that intention now to let those go before we begin our practice. Now for our affirmation, on your inhale, think I am. Exhale, grounded and protected. Inhale, I am. Exhale, grounded and protected. Continue with that a few more rounds with your breath. Feel free to come to seated if this is bothering your knees. And then slowly start to make your way up to your hands and knees. We've been there for a while, so just open your eyes. Again, slowly, knees come towards the midline. So now your wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Your eyes are open softly. Now start to breathe in and out through the nose. As you inhale, start to look out, draw the chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, round the back, coming into cow. Or cat, I'm sorry. Inhale, look out, coming into cow pose. Exhale, round the back, coming into cat. Kind of like a Halloween cat you can envision. Inhale, look out, draw the chest forward. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Do that one more time. Work with your breath. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And come back to neutral. From here, bring your right foot back with the toes on the ground. Start to push into your knuckles and send the heel back. Breathe here. Try not to let the belly dump down, navel to spine. Tuck the tailbone slightly, bringing the pelvis into neutral. You should feel a stretch in the calf, but you might also feel one in the hamstring. And then switch. We've got a nosy kitty joining us for our practice today. Breathe here, navel to spine, push the heel back. Deep breaths. Kitty's always a good reminder to breathe because he breathes so loud. And then come back to neutral, back to your hands and knees. All right, from here we'll move into a pose called gate pose. So you can stand up tall on the knees. If you want to put a blanket under your knees or fold your mat over under the knees, that would be fine. So standing up tall, bring your right leg out to the side. Your left hip will stay right on top of the left knee. Right hand to the right leg. Inhale, bring your opposite arm up. Exhale, reach over the extended leg. Try to twist your belly button open so that you're not dumping down. Open the chest and reach. Shoulders away from the ears. And breathe here. Make sure not to put pressure on the knee. So hand either right above or right below the knee, or hand could even go on a block. You might feel a gentle stretch in the inner thigh. You might feel it in the side. And then slowly come up and switch it out. Left hand to the left leg. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale, reach over. Shoulders again away from the ears. Top palm facing down. Twist the belly button open. And breathe. This is gate pose or Parigasana. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Anytime your mind wanders, come back to the breath. We want to make this whole practice count and get the most out of it that we can. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. Come back to the hands and knees, and we'll move into downward facing dog. So before you do, spread your fingers apart as far as you can comfortably, pointer fingers pointing forward. Walk your knees back a couple inches and curl the toes under. On your inhale, start to lift the knees and hips up. Now bend your knees, push into your knuckles. Exhale, send the hips up and back. So here you want to be in a straight line from the wrists all the way up to the hips. And your ears are in line with your upper arms. So really push into the knuckles, keep the knuckles rooted down. So really focusing today on everything that's touching the earth so that we can really connect to that grounding energy that Mother Earth has for us. Roll the shoulders away from each other or out and roll the forearms in. Now walk the dog here, bending and straightening the alternate legs, one heel down and the other heel down. Again, waking up the calves and the hamstrings. On a squeaky part of the floor. All right, and then slowly start to walk your feet up towards your hands and bring your feet as wide as the mat. I call this a mini wide leg forward fold. Turn your toes in slightly so the outside edges of the feet are parallel to each other, hands to your shins. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Now bend your knees, grab your opposite elbows, and exhale, fold. Just breathe here, let the head hang loose. Anytime you feel like you need to release, just exhale through the mouth. And let the arms hang loose to the ground, or just let them hang. They don't need to touch the ground. And then maybe you can just start straightening one leg while deepening the bend in the other. Kind of shifting the hips from side to side. Just waking up the hamstrings a little bit more. Good, and come back to center. Hands to the shins, inhale halfway up. You can have the knees bent a little bit, hands to the hips, inhale, rise up. Nice and slow. And exhale, circle the hands together in front of the heart into prayer. Now find your drishti or your gazing point, somewhere just to focus on something that's not moving. I like to look out at the horizon somewhere. Find that point. And it just helps you to feel more grounded, and it helps you to focus and find more balance and keep the mind from wandering. So just breathing here. Nice deep breaths for our pranayama today. Just equal inhale, equal exhale, very balancing and grounding. Called samavriti breath. If you want to add in ujjayi, valving the back of the throat, that's fine as well. All right, now bring your feet together, coming into Tadasana. Bring your big toes together to touch if that feels okay. Make sure your knees are not hyperextended, so a gentle squeeze in the quads. Neutral pelvis, lift the rib cage up away from the hips. Relax the shoulders, arms by the sides, palms facing in. Lengthen the spine, reach the back of the crown of the head up towards the sky. On your inhale, I am. Exhale, grounded and protected. Continue with that. As you inhale, draw the lower belly slightly in and up. Let the ribs and chest expand in every direction. As you exhale, keep the inner body bright, but let the outer body soften. Let go of tension. One more. Inhale, I am. Exhale, grounded and protected. Now ground down through the feet. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, fold. You can bend the knees so that you can tip the pelvis forward a little bit. You don't need to touch the mat. It's not the goal. Inhale, come to a flat back, wherever you need to go for that. Bend your knees, plant your hands. Exhale, step back to plank, top of a push-up. Inhale, slowly push forward, shoulders past the wrists, knees down. Exhale, lower down, squeeze the elbows in, chest lands before the belly. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, chest forward and up for a little cobra. Elbows are bent, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, come down, curl the toes under. Inhale, push up in a straight line to plank or modified plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. I am grounded and protected. I am grounded and protected. Walk your feet in a couple inches. Big toes touch, bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, walk or lightly float to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Squeeze the legs together, ground down into the feet, look out in front of you. Inhale, rise up with a flat back, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Find your drishti, breathe. I am grounded and protected. Now ground down into all four corners of the left foot. You can lift the toes, spread them apart, grip them down. Really find your gazing point and then slowly start to bring your right knee up. Now you can either hold behind the thigh or the shin. What we don't want to do is round. So straighten the standing leg, squeeze the quads so you don't hyperextend, and then draw the chest up, shoulders back and down slightly. Just relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, reaching the entire rib cage up away from the pelvis. If you fall out of it, that's okay. Just come back to it and breathe here. I am grounded and protected. So focusing today on our pinnacle pose, which will take a lot of grounding and release. Walk it out. So we're practicing that grounding feeling here so you can bring it off of your mat. Strong base in the right foot, lift the toes, spread them apart and grip them down. Gently bring the left knee up, okay? Again, straight leg, straight bottom leg, squeeze the quad, and then big shoulder roll, lift the entire rib cage up, away from the pelvis. Find your gazing point, breathe. Relax the face. I am grounded and protected. These balancing poses take a lot of practice. It's a little bit harder on carpet if you have carpet under your mat, or if you have one of those squishy mats. Those make it kind of hard. So you can always move and go to a tile or wood part of your floor if you have that, and release. Walk it out. Focusing a little bit here on the feet and the ankles, very connected to the root chakra. Okay, all of the lower body is very connected to the root chakra and helping it to find balance. Come back up towards the front of your mat, big toes touch. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Let the head hang. Inhale, come up to your flat back, monkey pose. Exhale, step back to plank, top of a push-up. Inhale, push forward, knees can stay lifted or down. Exhale, lower, chest lands before the belly, either way. Uncurl the toes. Hands should be in line with the chest. Inhale, chest forward and up, Bhujangasana, cobra, reach through the back of the crown of the head. Exhale, come down, curl the toes under. Inhale, push up in a straight line, really strengthening the triceps. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Roll the shoulders away from each other, roll the forearms in and breathe. Here I am, grounded and protected. Now stay there, or if you want more sensation, especially in the hamstring, and you'll feel more sensation in the shoulders, it's a strengthening pose for sure. But bring the big toes to touch and then slowly lift your right leg up towards the sky. Now I want you to focus on feeling and stretching the standing leg and the back of the standing leg. Try to keep the hips square, don't open them, you won't feel as much of a stretch. So keep pushing the left hip back in space. And switch. Push the right hip back in space. Try not to let your belly drop down. Keep the low ribs in. And release. Walk the feet in a couple inches. Big toes touch. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, walk or lightly float to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Squeeze the legs together. Look out in front of you. Inhale, come up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, draw the energy down and into the heart. Arms by the sides. Find your gazing point. I am grounded and protected. Okay, so now we're going to add on a little bit to that standing balancing pose. Ground down into the base of all four corners of the left foot again. Slowly bring your right leg up. Grab what you can. Now, instead of holding on to the shin, if you're doing that, hold on to the back of the leg. See if you can start to bring the leg out. It might not straighten, that's okay. Just don't round, lift the chest. Straighten the leg as far as you can go without rounding the back. Really push the heel forward. Push into the heel and the ball of the foot. Lift the entire rib cage up. Maybe you can let go of the leg. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathe. And release. Good. Walk it out. All right, other side. Strong base in the right foot. Lift the toes, spread them apart, grip them down. Find your drishti. Draw your left leg up. Nice, straight, strong, standing leg. Make the left foot active. Push into the heel and the ball of the foot. And extend it out just to where you can go, where you're not feeling pain and where you can keep the spine long. And breathe. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Samavriti breath. You can let go of the leg with the hands and hold it and breathe and try to smile. And release. It's so hard. Walk it out. Come back up to the front of the mat. Let's just do one more. Let's just do a half sun salutation here just to find balance again. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, fold over the legs. And ground down into the feet. Look out in front of you. Inhale, come up with a flat back. Arms circle around and overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And breathe. I am grounded and protected. Okay, awesome. So now take a wide stance. Measure a wide stance by bringing your arms out to your sides in a T. Point your fingertips down. Outside edges of the feet should be right below the fingertips, hands to the hips. Turn your right foot out. Okay, and then have the right heel in line with the arch of the back foot and turn the back toes in slightly. Bend the right knee. You want the pelvis to be neutral, so you don't want it lifted on one side. Try to level it out. Right knee's right on top of the ankle, not going past. Arms up, and then gaze out through the right middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2, really grounding down into the feet, connecting to that grounding energy of Mother Earth. I am grounded and protected. Relax the face, relax the jaw. I remind you of that often because I tend to hold tension in my jaw. So find what place you hold it. Maybe it's in between the eyebrows. Now inhale, straighten the right leg, but don't lock it. Exhale, reach out over the right leg with the right hand. Bring the right hand to the thigh or to the shin. Top arm comes up and overhead. Roll the belly button, twist the belly button open. You want both shoulders directly over the bottom leg, shoulders away from the ear, so don't collapse into the bottom shoulder. Maybe you could even bring your hand to the ground. That's not the goal. It doesn't make you a better yogi if you can do that. You don't want to sacrifice your form to make that happen. So either way, both shoulders are directly over the bottom leg. Go to where it feels good for you. Trikonasana, triangle. Ground down into the base of the front big toe. Bend the knee a little bit. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, let the arms float down. Turn the right foot in, left foot out. Left heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Turn the back toes in slightly. Bend into the left knee's right on top of the ankle. Neutral pelvis. Don't let the knee come in. Keep it right on top of the ankle. Arms up. And gaze out through the left middle finger. Arms parallel to the ground. Breathe here. I am grounded and protected. It's all about the intention. Inhale, straighten the leg, but don't lock it. Squeeze the quad. Exhale, reach out over the leg to lengthen the side body. Left hand comes down to where it works for you and your body. Top arm goes straight up. Shoulders away from the ears. Twist the belly button open. You don't want the top shoulder collapsing. Look down or sideways or up, whatever feels best for your neck. Look down, bend the knee slightly, inhale, rise up, and exhale, let the hands float down. Turn the left foot in, wide leg forward fold, hands to the hips. Do a big shoulder roll. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Hands can come to the shins or the ground if they touch. Inhale, lengthen, reach the crown forward. Exhale, fold. Feel free to bend the knees if needed so that you can tip the pelvis because you don't want a rounded back here. Okay, you really want to try to keep the spine nice and long. Deep breath. Feel free to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. I am grounded and protected. It's a really good calming and grounding pose as long as you feel comfortable in it, of course. And then walk the hands out a little bit under the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the hips, bend the knees. Inhale, rise up. Nice and slow, really push into the feet so you don't see stars. Exhale, hands to the heart. Stay here. I do tend to get a little bit lightheaded, so I like to teach just to move really slow and then stay there, focus on a gazing point until the dust settles, I guess, and breathe here. I am grounded and protected. All right, awesome. Now heel toe your feet towards each other. And then turn to face the front of your mat. And we'll come into a pose called a pyramid pose. Okay, so big toes touch, bend the knees, and then step the left foot back about 4 feet. Okay, so your front right toes are pointing straight forward, back left toes are pointing towards the front left corner of the mat. The key here is to keep the back heel down, and you want the feet like they're on train tracks. Now, I actually like to bend the front knee to go into this. Okay, it might be a little bit different than how you've learned it, but I like to protect the hamstring and make sure you're not getting hurt at home. Big shoulder roll, inhale, lengthen. Now exhale, start to tip the pelvis forward. I'm not rounding the back. It all comes from the pelvis. Tilt the pelvis forward. Now, if you have a chair, you could place your hands on a chair or on yoga blocks or on the ground. What we don't want is to have a really rounded back like this. That's why we bend the knee so that you can tip the pelvis forward and draw the chest forward. Now, maybe if you're by a couch, you can place your hands on the couch or a chair, totally fine. Okay, so tilt the pelvis forward. Maybe then if you're on a couch, you can start to straighten the leg. You could even put your hands on a wall. Okay, what I want you to focus on here is starting to really push the right hip back in space. Draw the chest forward. All four corners of both feet are down. What tends to happen here is the back rounds or the foot lifts a little bit. So really focusing on rooting down. It doesn't matter if the knee's bent. Okay, I'd rather your spine be nice and long. You'll still feel a stretch in the hamstring. That's the goal, is to feel sensation. This is Parsvottanasana, pyramid. Very, very intense stretch. Don't hurt yourself. Listen to your body. Bend the front knee, ground down. Inhale, rise up nice and slow. Exhale, step forward. Walk it out. You did it. All right, now we got to do the other side. Step back with the right foot. Feet are like they're on train tracks. Back right toes pointing towards the front right corner of the mat. Go by your chair, go by your couch, get your blocks, whatever you need. Big shoulder roll, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Hands onto the couch, the wall, whatever. You can have that knee bent, okay? Tilt the pelvis forward, draw the chest forward, get the spine nice and long. You want it in a neutral position, not rounded. Draw the chest forward. Stay there or start to straighten your leg as long as it doesn't make the back round, okay? Spine long. Push your left hip back in space. As you draw the chest forward, all four corners of the feet are pushing into the mat. And breathe. And smile. Oh, goodness. And purr. He thinks that thing is his mommy. My faux fur. All right, now bend your front knee, ground down, slowly come up as you inhale. Exhale, step forward and walk it out. Okay, yogi, grab your strap or whatever you're using as your strap today. Could be a tie, it can be a belt, whatever you've got. All right, so we've pretty much already done this. We were holding on to the leg now. Now we're gonna put it around the foot. Okay, so strong base in the left foot, ground down into all four corners. Slowly lift the right leg up. Put the strap around the foot. Lift the chest, shoulder roll, and then start to extend the leg out. Both legs are straight if possible, okay, but the front knee can be bent if needed, okay? I'd rather you have a nice long spine than have the leg straight and then your back's rounded. Lengthen the spine. Now, as you practice, you might be able to walk your hands closer and closer, but you don't want to sacrifice the form. You want to be able to do it still with a nice, strong, straight spine. Couple more breaths. Pushing into the heel and the ball of the foot. And release. Walk it out. Okay, other side. Strong base in the right foot. Find your gazing point. Bring the left knee in. Put the strap around. Stand up tall. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Let the spine relax. Just walk the hands to where you can and where you can keep the chest lifted. The foot might lift up a little bit. That's all right. If you fall out of it, it's okay. No judgment. Focus on grounding into the standing foot. I am grounded and protected. So we're practicing that grounding feeling. And slowly release. Walk it out. Awesome job. Okay, meet me in Tadasana, standing mountain pose, grounding down into all four corners. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, fold, let your head hang. Inhale, come to your flat back, monkey pose, bend your knees, plant your hands. Exhale, come back down to the hands and knees. All right, now fold your mat over at the top. If you need a little bit more padding, stand tall on your knees. Curl the back toes under, coming into Camel or Ustrasana. So here, focus on lengthening the tailbone down, having the pelvis neutral, so you don't want the booty popping out, and keep the hips exactly above the knees. Do a big shoulder roll, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can start to come back, bringing your hands just to the sacrum to really push the sacrum down. And just look up, draw the chest back. If you can easily grab a foot, fine, go ahead and do that, a heel. I like to keep the chin tucked slightly, but if you like to have the head drop back gently, that's fine. Try to square your chest off towards the ceiling. Of course, if you can grab both heels and keep the hips above the knees, that's fine. Use your abs, inhale, come out. Uncurl the toes, exhale, sit back if that feels comfortable, or just stay tall on your knees. And breathe here, close your eyes. I am grounded and protected. All right, rise back up to the knees. Curl the toes under, knees are hip width. Lengthen the tailbone, neutral pelvis, big shoulder roll, inhale. And exhale. You can bring the left hand to the left foot or just bring the hands to the hips. Tuck the chin slightly to keep the neck long or gently let the head fall back slow. Whatever feels good for you. Keep the hips above the knees. Use your abs, slowly come up, inhale, uncurl the toes, exhale, come back, close your eyes. I am grounded and protected. All right, awesome. Now you can fix your mat, come to your hands and knees, swing your feet around, and come to seated. Hold on to the knees. Pull the flesh away from your sitting bones first, then hold on to the knees. On your inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, arch, seated cat-cow. Exhale, round, pull on the knees. Feeling a stretch in the shoulders. And come back to neutral. Just do a couple shoulder rolls here. Move the head around, however it would feel good. Now do a big shoulder roll. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tilt the pelvis forward, feeling a stretch in the glutes and the hips. If you're a little bit tighter here, you can always have the hands behind and just pushing forward gently. Just focus on tilting the pelvis forward, drawing the chest forward. And slowly come up, switch it out. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. Big shoulder roll, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt. Tuck the chin slightly to lengthen the neck. And breathe here. Relax the face. Nice deep V Samavritti breath. And then slowly start to rise up and close your eyes. Have the palms down on the knees for grounding. And then bring the thumb inside. You can open your eyes and look at me. Bring the thumb inside of the hands. Just gently fold the fingers over and then place the hands onto the knees, either with the thumb side pointing up or open, whichever feels better for you. This is Mushti Mudra, very grounding. Nice deep breaths here. Relax the face and the jaw. See how many counts your inhale takes and match that on your exhale for a grounding and balancing effect. Using this breathing to strengthen your aura, strengthen your own energy field, so that you won't take on other people's energy, other people's emotions. It won't affect you as much. So as you inhale, just really feel your energy field, and you can visualize it, imagine it, pretend. Feel that energy field around you getting stronger and just filling with white light, white positive light. As you exhale, letting go of any junk that you've collected, let it go. Whether it's yours or someone else's, let it go. Maybe you want to exhale through the mouth, or scream or yell or cry, or whatever you want to do on your exhale, you go for it. Inhale, strengthen. Feel that protective energy. Exhale, let go of any junk. Let it go. Good, and then lower your head a little bit. Blink your eyes open and lift your head. All right, so now we'll move into our mantra. Okay, so this is our mantra. You can relax your face, relax your eyes. The mantra is words that have a lot of meaning. They've been recited for years and years and years, so it can bring a lot of meaning, a lot of grounding into your practice, a lot of protection as well. And what it means is, I bow to the primal guru, which to me means the earth and that very strong Mother Earth energy. I bow to the truth that has existed throughout the ages. So what does that mean to you? To me, that means that you are stronger than you realize, right? You're connected to this energy that's been here forever and ever. So stop doubting yourself. I bow to the true wisdom. Again, it really goes along with that, and that wisdom that you know within your heart and that you are connected to. I bow to the great divine wisdom. Okay, so we all have that. You have that. You are your own guru. All right, so that's the English. You can come back to your Mushti Mudra, relax here. I'll start doing the chant. We'll do it a few times. You can start doing it with me once you pick it up, or just listen and let those vibes sink in. Close your eyes. Come back to your breath. Ad guray nameh, Jugaad nameh, Sat guray nameh, Siri devay nameh. Ad guray nameh, Jugaad nameh, Sat guray nameh, Siri devay nameh. Ad guray nameh, Jugaad nameh, Sat guray nameh, Siri devay nameh. Two more. Ad guray nameh, Jugaad nameh, Sat guray nameh, Siri devay nameh. Ad guray nameh, Jugaad nameh, Sat guray nameh, Siri devay nameh. Just let that sink in. Very slowly. Only you open your eyes if needed. Lay onto your back for our final pose, Shavasana. Extend your legs out, bring your feet as wide as the mat, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Arms a little bit wider than the mat, palms facing up. Close your eyes. A couple more cleansing breaths or sighs. Just let that stuff go. Let it go. You don't need it any longer. Move through your body. Let every part of your body relax. Feel yourself being so light, getting lighter and lighter as you let go of other people's junk. Let it go. Anytime a thought comes into your mind, it's okay. It happens. It's what the brain does. Acknowledge it. Let it go and come back to the breath. Eventually, just letting yourself relax and relax and relax and let yourself drift off to that place right before you fall asleep. Enjoy these last few minutes of Shavasana. Start deepening your breath. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Body, mind, and spirit. Know that you always have this place within you. You just have to let go of some layers that we let get put on ourselves. Just let those layers go and you can always return back here. Getting back to the core of who you are, back to your spirit, back to source. Bring a little bit of movement back to the fingers and toes and ankles and wrists. Reach your arms overhead for a full body stretch, feet in the opposite direction. Start to bend your knees, placing your feet on the floor. Roll onto your right hand side, using your right arm for a pillow. Coming into embryo pose. Take a couple breaths here. And with the strength of your arms, slowly push yourself up to seated. Let your head be the last thing to come up. Coming to an easy cross-legged pose, and put your non-dominant leg in front. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. Palms down on the knees, lengthen the spine, breathe. And just noticing, observing, without judgment. I am grounded and protected. Say it with conviction. Say it out loud if you can. I am grounded and protected. I am grounded and protected. Good. And circle your hands together in front of your heart into prayer. Let's close our time together with one Om. Take a deep breath in. And bow your head, bringing your thumbs from your heart center up to your third eye, acknowledging the energy that's within you, around you, connects us all together and never goes away. That energy within me acknowledges that energy within you, and I thank you so much for letting me guide you through your practice today. Take a moment to thank yourself for doing something so good for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Namaste.